Coming into the NBA, Julius Randle had all the talent to become a superstar, and throughout his career he has shown flashes of brilliance. But at the same time, in his 4 years with the Lakers, there's been a lot of ups and downs. How's it going, fellas? My name's Andy, and today we're gonna talk about Julius Randle and what's next for his NBA career. But before we start, I'd like to give a shout out to my sponsor, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is an app that aggregates ticket prices from all over the web to help you find the best deals for games, concerts, Broadway shows, and other events. The prices marked in green are good, while the ones in red are bad. I used the app to buy tickets to a Knicks game last year, and the process was very smooth. You can even see the view from your seats before you buy your tickets, which is my favorite feature. Use my promo code ANDY at checkout for $20 off your first purchase. Thank you to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. To start things off, Randle unfortunately got injured in his first ever NBA game. He broke his leg and it was awful, but he was able to recover and get back onto the court a year later. When Randle finally started to play, it was a nice moment, but as the years went on, his supporters started to get impatient, especially the Lakers fan base. This was back in 2016 and 2017. We all know he's a beast at scoring near the baskets, but there are so many times where he gets tunnel vision and makes too many mistakes. He used to struggle a lot at finishing at the rim, and in his sophomore season he only made 57% of his shots there, which is well below average for a big man. Around that time, just watching him play sometimes used to be infuriating. His assist numbers don't indicate that he's a bad passer, cause 3 assists per game isn't bad for a big man, it's actually pretty good, but assists are misleading. Randle still makes a lot of bad decisions with the ball, like missing the open man, or trying to make too many difficult passes, or just refusing to pass after he puts his head down and charges towards the rim. Yeah, that used to happen a lot. His defense was also very suspect. He used to be out of shape and didn't have enough stamina by the time the fourth quarter rolled around. Plus, he lacks the physical tools as well, standing at 6'8" without shoes on, with a mediocre 6'11" wingspan. Don't get me wrong, he's still absurdly talented, but a lot of things were holding him back. All these things caused people to start doubting Randle, and there were times in the 2016-17 season where his future in the NBA was questionable. His contract year was coming up, and the Lakers were struggling to decide if they should keep him, or just let him go after his rookie contract expires. But fast forward to the 2017-18 season, and Randle had by far the best season of his career. Over the summer, he put a tremendous amount of work into practicing and working on his body. You can clearly see it in these photos. Randle put up career highs in points and shooting efficiency, averaging over 16 points per game on 56% from the field, an astronomical increase from his previous seasons. This was largely because he started to take a lot more shots at the rim, with well over half his field goal attempts coming between 0 and 3 feet. He stopped settling for the awkward, mid-range, high-post jumpers he used to take before, and instead, he just focused on doing what he was good at, bullying people in the post, and drawing fouls. Most importantly though, Randle's decision-making saw a huge improvement. We didn't see as many blunders where he'd miss the open man or commit dumb fouls or turnovers. That's something that doesn't show up in the box score, cause the rest of his stats look the same, but just from watching him play, it's amazing how much better he looks now. Near the beginning of the season, there were rumors that the Lakers were listening to trade offers for Randle. But by the trade deadline, those rumors started to die because he was playing out of his mind. By trading away Larry Nance Jr., it showed that the Lakers really believe in Randle and believe he's going to be their future franchise big man. Randle has an interesting skill set. Kobe described him as being Lamar Odom in a Zach Randolph body, which is a pretty good description. Despite being turnover prone and sometimes a black hole offensively, Randle has good court vision just like Odom used to have. He does a little bit of everything, and his body type and playstyle is very similar to Zebo. What makes Randle a special player is his diverse scoring arsenal. During the season, about 21% of his points came off of post-ups and 19% came from transition baskets. 2 completely different ways to score. The Lakers seem to be leaning towards the run-and-gun style of play, which works well with Randle. But if they want to slow the game down and throw the ball to Randle in the post, that works too. He's very dynamic offensively and can basically fit into any offensive system. Unfortunately, not everything is perfect. In this past season, the Lakers had 6 different 5-man lineups that played over 100 minutes together. Randle is in 4 of them, but 3 of them had a negative net rating. To be fair, this doesn't say much because the Lakers were losing a lot anyway, but it's still concerning. Overall, the Lakers were only plus 0.3 points per 100 possessions whenever Randle was on the floor. It'll take some time, but he's getting better every season. This brings us to the offseason, where Randle is a restricted free agent and obviously he's gonna be in for a huge payday. We've all heard the rumors. The Lakers are trying to land some big free agents, probably Paul George and maybe LeBron, but I don't know why LeBron would go there. Either way, even if the Lakers do sign one of them or both of them, they can still go over the cap to re-sign Randle. The problem is, if that situation actually happens, do they actually keep Randle? And how much does Randle want to be there himself? According to a recent report, Randle said he wanted to be part of a playoff team, and that's something on his mind. He said, quote, "I think going into my 5th year, I really want to compete. I see the playoffs and intensity, and that's something I really want to be a part of and experience, and for a group to be able to grow. That's really just what I'm looking for. Have fun, compete, and playing basketball in a great situation where I can continue to grow as a player." Technically, the Lakers can choose whether or not they want to keep him because he's restricted, but there's a couple of things to consider here. Randle did just come off a contract year where he played significantly better than he's ever played before. And everyone knows the whole deal with contract years. Players are playing for their money, and after getting that fat contract, they sometimes get lazy and regress. It's a thing that happens across all sports. Although I think Randle has more motivation than that. Additionally, nobody is sure how much Randle wants to be there. Remember when Eric Gordon signed a contract with the Phoenix Suns and said his heart was in Phoenix? And then New Orleans matched the Suns' offer and kept him. Yeah, Gordon did not like that and he never seemed to like playing for the Pelicans, showing little interest in staying in shape or trying to get healthy. Again, I don't see Randle as that kind of player, but it's something to consider. Anyway, that sums up the video. Randle had an amazing 2018 season and earned himself a big contract. Whether or not the Lakers decide to keep him is up in the air, but I think they will. I mean, if they strike out on the other free agents, they definitely will. What are your thoughts on Randle, and what kind of numbers do you think he'll put up in his prime? Let me know in the comments. Thank y'all so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time. Peace.